affordable 401k plan. Sign up, personalize a plan, and start saving for retirement. Behold Ryan's 401k prowess. Guideline, the small business way to 401k.
Thanks for coming all this way to get me. Do you have everything? Ran out of that car so fast. It's hard to tell.
Let's get you checked in.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
I wish there were more ways to win at this.
Like how FanDuel gives you more ways to win every week this fantasy season.
Exactly. With single game contests, you can play just the matchups you really care about.
There's more ways to win this season with single game contest on FanDuel. Make your first deposit and get a $20 bonus.
The $1 stylist deal.
Nice to meet you. Perfect.
What?
Or you could get a real deal. McDonald's buy one, get one for $1 deal is here. Buy one of your faves and choose another for just an extra $1.
This week, it's do or die.
PGA Tour's FedEx Cup playoffs going on. We have whittled down to the top 70. That is all that remains.
There's one #1 story today in sports.
Who amongst us has what it takes? Who will make it to the final chapter? And who won't? The FedEx Cup playoffs continue at the BMW Championship. There's only room for one. For the PGA Tour's ultimate prize.
Welcome to NASCAR Countdown to Green, presented by Sonic, as we get ready to go racing.
The world's fastest half mile stands between these drivers and the playoffs. Next year, this race will be in the playoffs. Our Mobile One Peacock Pit Box has a great view of the cars coming out of Turn 4. Welcome inside Bristol Motor Speedway. Kyle Petty and Dale Jarrett combined to turn nearly 39,000 laps around this place in their Cup careers. You had 44 Cup starts. You had a cool 50. You guys are nuts.
Wow.
That's what I know.
That's
why we're like we are today.
I said 670
I know.
something.
Yes.
Remember.
Let's see what's on the menu presented by Sonic as we get you ready for tonight's race. Before the playoffs get underway in Las Vegas, the regular season wraps up at 3 very special places: Darlington, Indy, and of course tonight here at Bristol. And we expect plenty of drama here tonight, especially for those drivers on the playoff bubble. Just 22 points separate drivers 15th through 18th in the standings. And Denny Hamlin gives Toyota its first pole of the year. He's going to lead the field to the green flag. Denny, one of 7 Bristol winners in the field. The drivers are getting amped up, but where are they, Rut?
Well, Krista, they are down here, so we are behind the stage. You can see a little bit of Ryan Newman's shoulder there, but I'm gonna walk you guys through. Pardon me, Newman. Sorry. See, the difference is, look, you will let people by. See? Right? Not on the racetrack, but over here. So, guys, here's what we've got. All the drivers are hanging out over here in the tent. They'll hear their song come on. They'll walk up here through the crowd. But when you see everybody, like Reed Sorensen, Peachtree City's finest, hanging out, Matt Tift is down here feeling better, BJ's here. The cool thing is you can just feel that excitement build, whether it's Ryan Newman, whether it's Joey Logano is just down there talking to some special guests of the track. I love this moment because you can see the fans fill in. And the crazy thing is we don't know what the drivers are coming out to. When they pick their own song, like Jimmy Johnson here, Jimmy, can you tell me what song you're coming out to?
Enter Sandman.
Really?
Yeah. Why not?
Just go big, just throw the gauntlet down.
Well, Matt Kenseth isn't here any longer, so a little tribute to him, plus it's one of my favorite bands.
Are you going to say anything on the mic when you go out there, try to really get the crowd 100% on your side?
I just picked a song like 20 minutes ago. I didn't even know there was going to be a mic out there, so I'm a little behind on this one.
All right, I like your style. Go Enter Sandman. Newman, what are you coming out to?
A song.
Yeah, did you pick one?
Yeah.
What was it?
I can't remember.
I'm not telling you. It's supposed to be a surprise. Might be somewhere red and Rodney Atkins, though.
All right, I like your style. Are you going to finish that Coke?
No, you want it? I haven't even opened it yet.
Oh, yeah. You know what, guys? This is going to be exciting. Okay. We're going to commercial. Oh, Ryan, yes. Okay.
You want it?
Yeah.
You can have it.
We'll be right back. Driver intros when we come back. Thanks, Ryan.
Whose dog is this?
It's my special friend Antonio. His luxurious fur calms my nerves when I'm worried about moving into our new apartment.
Why don't we just ask Geico for help with renter's insurance?
I didn't know Geico helps with renter's insurance.
Yeah, and we could save a bunch too.
Antonio, fetch computer. Antonio. I'll get it.
Get to know Geico and see how much you could save on renter's insurance.
Welcome to the land of those who do. States, 50 bottles. Collect them all to get $100.
Hurry in to Golden Corral for everyone's favorite. Endless, juicy signature sirloin paired with our scrumptious golden delicious shrimp. Get them both, plus the full buffet every night. Golden Corral, the only one for everyone.
You don't earn it in a day. You earn it day by day.
Now get 20% off MSRP on select 2019 Ram 1500 Classic models in dealer stock.
Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway. Driver introductions just a few moments away. Of course, playoffs are right around the corner. Jimmy Johnson, we heard from him before the break. He's in jeopardy of missing the playoffs for the first time. Dale, to put that in perspective, comparing it to another sport, is that like Tom Brady being on the bench for the Super Bowl?
Wow. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like that. Michael Jordan sitting, not playing in the NBA Finals. I mean, these type things don't happen. Don't count Jimmy Johnson out just yet. It's been a very, very difficult year in a lot of ways, but I'm not ready to count him out. These are 3 difficult tracks, and he's an outstanding race driver. He knows how to get it done.
There's a reason he's a champion. There's a reason he's a champion. You know, we talked earlier about this being a different type of pressure, but he adjusts. He adjusts to any situation. He's adjusted to point systems. He's adjusted to different cars and the way the designs of the cars have been, the motor configurations. So much in his career. It's been a constant evolution to get Jimmy Johnson to where he's at. So I agree with Dale. You cannot count him out with 2 or 3 races left.
And what you can't believe is what's going to happen tonight, the unpredictability. I mean, last night you mentioned this at the very start of the pre-race, the fact that in the Xfinity Series race, the driver who led the most laps did not win. The driver who started last and had to overcome a penalty goes on to victory lane.
It was crazy. In the last 7 or 8 laps of the race, we saw 2 or 3 guys make great moves and make a great effort to win the thing, and they come up short. And that's what we're going to see here tonight. Almost every lap. Yeah. Almost every lap. Somebody will be making a move to gain a position, to gain a point. If we follow ghost points all night long, our minds are going to be blown because you're going to go up the ladder, come down the ladder, be off the ladder, be in the ladder. It doesn't make any difference. It's going to be a crazy night of these crew chiefs and spotters keeping these guys informed.
All right, when we come back, we'll bring you driver introductions. I love that shot, the exterior shot of Bristol Motor Speedway. Campgrounds are filled. It's going to be an awesome night here in Tennessee.
At Coyote, we're going to treat you like dirt because we hold dirt in the highest regard. We're honored to find it under our fingernails, lucky to be caked in it at day's end. It keeps us humble, honest. Dirt gets taken for granted by most, but if you know us, you know getting treated like dirt means getting treated with respect. Coyote, we dig dirt.
With Gold Peak Real Brewed Tea, you'll always feel the real comforts of home. Gold Peak Real Brewed Tea, the taste that brings you home.
This is a payday bar. It has a truckload of peanuts and a caramel core that gets the job done. It's 10.5 centimeters of awesome. Unless you get the king size, which is 14.7 centimeters of, oh yeah. Payday. Get to it.
Selling has never been my thing. Then I grew up, and it still wasn't my thing.
You got the waffle maker?
Finally, I discovered Mercari. You just take a few pics, add a description, and boom, it's listed. Mercari's got millions of buyers nationwide, so stuff really sells. And everything ships, so no awkward meetups. With Mercari, anyone can sell. Even me.
Not using it? Just sell it, ship it, and get paid. With Mercari, the selling app.
I got the job.
I guess we're moving.
Life is changing, and you need to sell your house. Agents are everywhere, but how do you know who you can trust? At HomeLight, you can compare actual performance data on thousands of agents near you, so you know you're getting the best agent for your needs. The best real estate agents sell homes for more money, and with HomeLight, it's easy to find them. Get started for free today at HomeLight.com.
There you see the countdown to command, just a little over 35 minutes away. And this is a moment, Kyle, I'm always amazed. For you guys as drivers, you're kind of hanging out with your competitors right before you go into battle.
As you see that overview, it's not really hanging out as much as it is hiding out from that many people in the infield. I've never seen that many people. We didn't have that. We didn't have that. You couldn't come down here. Now NASCAR has allowed the fans to come, to mingle, to be close to the drivers, to be close to the cars, to be close to the action. Great for the fans, crazy for the drivers.
Yeah, I'm amazed at this scene that, as a driver, you don't need to get amped up anymore for this Bristol night race. Back in the spring, we heard two brothers talking, and one said that if he could have got to his brother's rear bumper, he was going to wreck him. So what are two rivals going to do here tonight? But this is an incredible scene, a great experience for the fans to come here and be a part of this pre-race like this.
Well, and those were two drivers, two brothers, who don't need the win to get in the playoffs. Imagine what these guys we heard from on the bubble. Jimmy Johnson, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Newman. What are they going to do if a win is on the line?
Yeah, if the win's on the line for those guys, it's Katie bar the door. I don't think anybody's going to stand in the way because they know a win is a surefire way. The points, maybe, but a win is in.
Yeah, how about Ricky Stenhouse and Matt DiBenedetto? What are they going to I mean, they're going to move multiple people to get out of the way and get themselves in the playoffs.
Again, just 3 more races until the playoffs. We have here at Bristol an off week for the Cup Series drivers, then Darlington and Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I don't know if you could think of 3 different style tracks, and it's so hard to pass at places like Indianapolis and Darlington. A short track, this might be their opportunity, Dale.
Yeah, it might be the opportunity, but I think we've got 3 racetracks, even with the new rules. Heard Ryan Newman talk earlier about this racetrack in particular, where you had to use both pedals. You got to do that with all 3 of these racetracks coming up. I think that favors Jimmy Johnson and Ryan Newman in this.
There you see Chase Elliott, and we're going to have driver intros. We're ready right now. Let's take you down trackside.
Fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Let's give Morgan a big round of applause. We're going to turn it over to Colossus. Let's give Morgan a big round of applause. And now we're going to turn it upstairs to Colossus.
We're about 30 seconds away. We're hearing this is the beauty of live television. And at the racetrack as drivers, you guys are kind of used to this, though, kind of just waiting for that moment.
Yeah, they're backstage, and it's like, go. No, they're not ready for you out there. And that's kind of where we're at. But these drivers are oblivious to it right now. They know that what they've got to do is go out and race. They know what they've got to do is go out, try to win this thing, get as many points as possible. There's a lot of guys in that situation. Every driver, you talked about it a minute ago, two brothers would wreck each other for a win here. It's about the Bristol Trophy. It's not about whether it's a lot of other things for those two guys. It's just about those bragging rights of saying you won at Bristol.
And you see a lot of them, sometimes they'll look up. There's Colossus, the giant television that hangs over the track. Sometimes they're looking up there to see themselves on the video.
Yeah, exactly what's going on. They're trying to find out exactly what's going on. But this environment is like no other that we talk about. Every pre-race is kind of special now. The tracks do a great job, but there's really nothing like this here.
Yeah, this is why they call this the last great Coliseum, because all eyes are on these guys. Yeah. Everybody in the grandstand, everybody in the infield, everybody, they're waiting on these guys, the gladiators, to come out, introduce themselves, and then hit the field of play to put on the show that we know they can put on at Bristol.
And they're going to turn 500 laps. I mean, I don't know how you guys as drivers, how do you even keep track? Obviously, you have communication from your spotter, from your crew chief, but they just go by in 15 seconds at a time.
Yeah, most of the time you don't have any idea how many laps you run until things slow down, you have a caution or something like that. You have no idea what part of the race it is and how many laps you might have run in a row. You're just doing everything that you can do.
All right, look at these fans. They are ready. We are ready. We know you guys at home are too. Let's go ahead and meet tonight's drivers.
All right, Bristol, are you ready to meet your drivers? Starting 39th from Alva, Florida.
Hey, Bristol, I'm Ross Chastain, the watermelon guy. Y'all have a good night.
Come on, Bristol, give Ross a big round of applause.
I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass.
Ladies and gentlemen, race fans, rolling off 38 today from Wentzville, Wisconsin.
I'm all about that bass, Hey, I'm bringing booty back.
Everybody thank Josh Sawicki for this song. He's going to be coming out here in a minute.
Give it up for Kyle, ladies and gentlemen.
Georgia. Oh, Georgia.
Taking the green, 37 today from Peachtree City, Georgia.
Just an old sweet
I'm Reed Swartzen, driver number 77, Go Park Chevrolet. Thank you, race fans, for being here. It's going to be a great night.
On my mind.
Let's give Reed a big round of applause. Bristol, America, starting 36 from Phoenix, Arizona.
Hey, Bristol, are you ready? J.J. Yaley driving the number 54 Rick Ware Racing Pods container.
Let's give it up for J.J. Healy. He's rolling off 35th today from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
What's up, everyone? Josh Sawicki driving the 53 Rick Ware Racing Chevrolet. Thank you guys for being here tonight. You want the shirt?
Give it up for Josh. Taking the green, 34 today, ladies and gentlemen, from Wyatt Cave, Virginia.
Driver the number 27, Quinn Half. It's Bristol, baby!
Starting 33rd today from Macula, Florida. What's up, Bristol? I'm PJ McLeod, driver to number 51, Pinnacle Sports and Entertainment Chevrolet. Enjoy tonight. Let's give it up for PJ! Rolling out 32nd today from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
OH! That was for my wife.
Let's give it up for Landon Castle, baby. When the lights come on. Taking the green, 31st kilometers from Las Vegas, Nevada. Every word to every song of the girl that's singing home tonight. Here's a little something to thank y'all for showing up. Give it up for Kyle. Bristol starting 30th today from El Cajon, California.
Thank you, race fans. Have a great night tonight. It's Bristol.
Rolling out 29 today from Prosper.
What's up, Bristol fans? Appreciate all y'all coming out tonight. Let's go put on a show.
The floor is lava. Don't touch the floor.
Taking the green, 28 from Glendale, Arizona.
Don't touch the floor. The floor is lava. Don't touch the floor. Hey, the floor is lava. Don't touch it with your feet. The floor is lava and it's got a lot of heat. You can burn your toes or you can burn your nose.
Hey, I'm
But don't touch the lava.
travel south forward. My kids took this song, so don't hold it against me.
Give it up for Michael!
But don't fall on your head.
Race fans starting 27 today from Hinkley, Ohio.
What's up, Bristol? You guys ready to race? All right.
Rolling off 26 from Concord, North Carolina. Let me hear you, Bristol!
Carla John, number 32, Colonel Bang Ford Mustang. Thank y'all for coming out. It's going to be a hell of a night.
Taking the green, 25th tonight from Eau Claire. What's up, Bristol? Thanks for coming out. Paul Menard, Remy, driver number 21, Menard's Canal Ford Mustang. Have fun tonight. Thank you. Let's give Paul a big round of applause. Bristol. Starting 24.
What's up, Bristol? Ty Dillon, driver number 13, Geico Military Camaro. Let's have a good night, y'all.
Let's give Ty. Pulling up 23rd from Berlin, Connecticut.
What's up, guys? Brian Priest, driver the number 47 Kroger Camaro. And let's go night racing.
Taking the green, 22nd from Mobile, Alabama.
What's up, Bristol? I just want to say, let's go Big Orange and go Vols, baby.
Starting 21st from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey, Bristol. William Myron, driver the number 24, Liberty University Chevy. Looking forward to it.
Bristol, he's rolling out 20th from Emporia, Virginia.
I'm from Emporia, Jack, but it damn sure ain't Virginia. Boy, Kansas, baby. Hey, thank you guys for being here. Let's get this party started, all right?
Taking the green, 19 today from Welcome, North Carolina.
Let's go to racing, boys and girls. And now race fans. He's holding off 17 today from Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Right there, driving the Bass Pro Shop from Arrows Deal 1. Let's tear some stuff up and go to the front.
Race fans, he's taking the green 16th from Unadilla, Georgia.
You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair. You're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me.
This is Julian and Meredith. I'm David Reagan for Front Row Motorsports. You guys have fun driving the number 38 from Unadilla, Georgia.
Give it up for David Reagan. Starting 15th today from Olive Branch, Mississippi.
There ain't no grave can hold my body down.
What's up, Bristol? Ricky Stenhouse Jr. driving the number 17 Fastenal Ford. Let's throw down.
Out of the ground. And these are my people. This is where I come from. We're giving this life everything we've got.
Rolling out 14 from South Bend, Indiana.
But it's real.
Hey, race fans, Ryan Newman from South Bend, Indiana. Thanks for being the greatest fans in all sports. Bristol, he's taking the green 13 today from Rochester Hills, Michigan.
Brad Keselowski, driver number 2, Miller Lite Ford. Thank you, race fans.
Starting 12th today from High Point, North Carolina.
Ryan Blaney, thanks for coming. Have a good night.
Rolling off 11 today from Middletown, Connecticut.
Hey guys, I'm Joey Logano, driver number 22, Chopinzo Ford. Let's have a good one tonight.
Taking the green 10 today from Tucson, Arizona.
Hey everybody, I'm Alex Bowman from Tucson, Arizona. I drive the number 88 Nationwide Chevy. We're out here doing it for Dale. Y'all have a good one.
Starting 9 today from Byron, Michigan.
$102 pistol. She was the fastest thing around. Long and lean, every young man.
What's up, Bristol? Eric Jones driving the number 20 Stanley Camry. We're going to go put it on him tonight. Thank you, guys.
Rolling up 8 today from Bakersfield, California.
Sweetheart, it's been a win. Beautiful down in
Hey guys, Kevin Harvick, driver of the Busch Beer Ford. Have a good time.
He's taking the green 7 today from Grass Valley, California. He's starting 6 today from Dawsonville, Georgia.
What's up, Bristol? Y'all have a great time tonight. Enjoy the ride. Thanks.
Rolling off 5th today from Tampa, Florida.
'Cause I'm ready to
Eric Almirola, driver of the number 10 Smithfield Ford Mustang. Let's get it, Bristol.
He's taking the green 4 today from Las Vegas, Nevada.
What's going on, Bristol? Let's do it tonight. I'm the driver of the Monster Energy number 1 Chevrolet.
Starting 3rd from Mayetta, New Jersey.
And number 19, the best fast fisherman I know, Martin Truex
I really even start? I got that I'm keeping in the dark. I got my
rolling out second from Elk Grove, California.
They bent on my raps on the facts, so they sat with the boss. I got 2 phones, one.
What's up, Bristol? I'm Kyle Larson, driving the Credit One Bank Chevy tonight. Hope to put it up on the fence, get a win.
I got big stacks coming out to save. I got
Now
Little Max with me, he the way.
Starting on the pole for tonight's Fast Pro Shop NRA 9 race from Chesterfield, Virginia.
We don't pay summer, 'cause of heartbreak most of it.
What's up, guys? Denny Hamlin, driving FedEx Toyota. Hope everybody enjoys the race tonight. Let's kick some ass. Let's go.
Now, race fans.
Denny Hamlin on the pole. That was legendary fisherman Bill Dance with Martin Truex Jr. We had Baby Shark to Rocky Balboa, Metallica to Hang On Sloopy. Yeah, safe to say these drivers are ready, and you never know what to expect. Countdown to Green is brought to you by Sonic. Enjoy the Car Hop Classic for a knockout price of $2.99.
Nothing yet. Baby, you just ain't nothing yet. There's something you never forget. You know, you just ain't nothing yet.
Applebee's handcrafted burgers now with endless fries starting at $7.99. And get more bites for your buck with late night half-priced apps. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
With Gold Peak Real Brewed Tea, you always feel the real comforts of home. Gold Peak Real Brewed Tea, the taste that brings you home.
1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
This summer, you could check everything off the to-do list, like book a table at the hottest new restaurant. Go see the biggest shows at the coolest venues. Or you could take it from summer's favorite beer and just throw that checklist to the breeze and let yourself summer.
It would be great if human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man. And the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Countdown to Green is brought to you by Sonic. Enjoy the Car Hop Classic for a knockout price of $2.99. For some, Bristol is synonymous with the bump and run, but for me, the highlight of this race is coming up. The MRO kids singing the national anthem. It's the 20th anniversary. There might be some special alumni joining in. We are getting you ready for racing under the lights in Bristol.
I wish there were more ways to win at this. Like how FanDuel gives you more ways to win every week this fantasy season.
Exactly. With single game contests, you can play just the matchups you really care about.
There's more ways to win this season with single game contest on FanDuel. Make your first deposit and get a $20 bonus.
Welcome to the land of those who do. 50 states, 50 bottles. Collect them all to get $100.
Hurry in to Golden Corral for everyone's favorite. Endless, juicy signature sirloin paired with our scrumptious golden delicious shrimp. Get them both, plus the full buffet every night. Golden Corral, the only one for everyone.
This summer, you could check everything off the to-do list, like book a table at the hottest new restaurant. Go see the biggest shows at the coolest venues. Or you could take it from summer's favorite beer and just throw that checklist to the breeze and let yourself summer.
Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that.
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this.
Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
It is one of the most iconic racetracks in all of racing, especially here in NASCAR. It's Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee. Only 3 races until the playoffs begin. That means only 3 opportunities for people to get locked in, as well as gain more playoff points. The guys down there in 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th, all fighting to be a part of the 16 that will fight for the championship at season's end. Hello, everyone. Rick Allen alongside Jeff Burton and Steve Letarte. Now, we're usually joined by our friend and colleague Dale Earnhardt Jr. As you probably heard, Jr., his wife Amy, and daughter Isla, and 2 pilots were involved in a plane crash Thursday. We're so thankful. All survived and did not sustain serious injury. Junior is with his family this weekend, and we look forward to him joining us back here in the booth soon. We transition to racing. Guys, when I say Bristol, what comes to mind?
Well, it has so many nicknames. Thunder Valley, the world's fastest half mile. But I think our old buddy Dale Jr. said it the best in 2004, Jeff. It's Bristol, baby. This place is unlike any other, both for the crew chiefs, the drivers, the fans. It is truly one of a kind.
Yeah, the action on the racetrack is going to be crazy. We've seen in the past what happens here. It's so fast. Things happen. This right here happened with lap traffic. Leaders behind lap traffic, they end up getting in a wreck. Then just battling for position. It's so easy to just miss it by a little bit. This accident was on lap 2 last year. Kyle Busch had to come from the back. So the action here is fierce and it's nonstop.
And the action leads to frustration, both with yourself, your team, and other drivers. With the pressure of the playoffs, expect action and anything could happen.
So much tradition here. It has become a tradition that the MRO kids, that's the drivers and crew chief members' kids, will sing the national anthem. And so now we turn it over to them for pre-race ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise, remove your hats as the Tennessee National Guard presents our nation's colors. Please join us as Joseph Coleman, Robert Roche, Chris Russell, and Sergeant First Class Daniel Cole leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing as Rhonda Paulson, founder and executive director of the Isaiah 117 House, offers our invocation.
God, you are a God of protection. We thank you for the protection we have seen just this week for Dale Jr. and his family, and we pray that same protection over every driver, pit crew member, first responder, and fan here tonight. God, you are a God of freedom. We thank you for the freedom we have to openly praise your name, and we thank you for every member of the armed forces, past, present, and future, that have fought for that freedom. God, you are a God of love and grace. Give us the strength and determination to be more like you, more loving, more gracious. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome the Motor Racing Outreach Kids, celebrating their 20th anniversary, singing at Bristol Motor Speedway.
A very proud moment for the parents of those kids singing the national anthem. 20-year anniversary for the MRO kids.
When you know what's behind you, beside you, and up ahead, you can keep your mind on bigger things. Safety first. And second. And throughout the all-new Ram 1500, Motor Trend's 2019 Truck of the Year.
Well, it's definitely one of our crown jewels. There's no question about it. Darlington has always been that way. It's always been the Southern 500.
Everybody kind of has their own unique style and what they do for that weekend. It's a tough place. It's one of the toughest 500 miles we have to go through.
It's all about the Darlington stripe. Stay out of the wall. Oh, my God.
The wall just sucks you right into it.
Being able to win there is kind of like a signature win for your career.
Straight up Steve Austin is less talk. You ready to do this? Let's do it. More show. I have never done anything like this. Learn what it's like to spend a day Steve Austin style. Hell yeah! Straight up Steve Austin. All new Mondays after Raw on USA.
We care for people at the lowest points in their lives. That's the gig. You have to save them. These people trust us, and that trust is sacred. How can I help?
New Amsterdam. Watch episodes anytime.
Unbelievable.
Is the world's fastest man. Nobody does it like the greatest female gymnast of all time.
I'm making brains for ears.
I'm helping protect critical infrastructure from cyber attacks.
I'm working on flying taxis.
I'm raising air pressure to help lower germ levels.
Seriously, flying taxis.
At Honeywell.
At Honeywell,
we make lots of incredible things.
But mostly, we make the future.
My prescriptions used to be really expensive, but then I went to GoodRx.com.
It just works. You put in the drug you're looking for, and bang, you've got half a dozen or more choices in front of you of pricing and locations to get it.
You never think about shopping around for medication prices.
I have good insurance, but with GoodRx, I save even more money.
What? I was paying how much?
And it's absolutely free. No cost to me whatsoever.
I get to save $1,180 a year with GoodRx. This is awesome.
Energy Cup Series Racing from Bristol. Telecast presented by Wendy's. As we go into the last great Coliseum, let's go down trackside to Dave Burns.
And Rick, something we know about Bristol is things can happen fast. Well, that same can be said for trying to make the playoffs on points. Just think about Jimmy Johnson. 5 races ago was on a string of 2 top 5s that put him in comfortably, but not comfortably enough. Since then, he's had troubles and now just sits outside the points playoff cutoff line. He's got to bring it around tonight. The pressure's definitely on the 7-time champ, Marty.
All day for drivers on the bubble. This is a nightmare race here at Bristol. I talked to Ryan Newman a moment ago. He said there's so much out of your control at this race, and that's what worries him the most. But this is also a race where you can grind out a finish. In the spring, Newman and his team finished 6th. He told me if we finish there, we'll be just fine, and we'll get out of Bristol in a very good points position, Parker. Marty, Kyle Busch has a series-leading 8 wins at Bristol. When I was talking to him earlier, I said, what's the focus tonight? He said, number 9, because it ties us for 2nd on the all-time win list at Bristol with names like Dale Earnhardt, Cale Yarborough, and Rusty Wallace. He just had a bunch of fans down here yelling, let's go, Kyle. And he smiled and said, gave them a good thumbs up, Kelly.
Well, Parker, as we say in Las Vegas, Denny Hamlin is on a heater. He's had 5 straight top 5 finishes, including a win, and this 11 team shows no signs of slowing down. Denny put the car on pole again yesterday, and his crew chief, Chris Gabehart, told me Denny is swagger tonight. Denny Hamlin looking for his 2nd win here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Russ Edgewood, where are you?
I'm atop the Mobile One Peacock pit box, and we actually just got a chance to see Denny Hamlin's daughter because they are celebrating 20 years of the MRO kids singing the national anthem here at Bristol. He just got a big hug from one of his daughters, but this is a tradition that's gone on since 99. You see Clint Boyer there, Kyle Larson, their kids are a part of it, as well as so many others. That's Chase Elliott right there in the shot, but you look through the years, whether it's the Waltrips, one of the Burtons, Paige Burton was actually in there, Jeff Burton's daughter, Ford, Martin, Tyler, Bonnie, both of the Letarte kids. There have been so many children over the years that have been a part of this amazing tradition. That, Rick, this was a really special moment for all the parents, past and present, here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
It's a lot of fun and a great tradition that we hope continues for a very, very long time. So much success at this racetrack. We heard names like Dale Earnhardt, guys that have had incredible success. Darrell Waltrip, so many wins at this racetrack. Well, the Busch brothers are getting into that elite category. Already, Kyle Busch with 8 wins at this racetrack. Kurt Busch with 6 wins. The Busch brothers really are showing everyone that they know how to race here at the Bull Ring.
And they've done it on every style of Bristol. The top, the bottom, the new car, the old car. We've seen it where you have to have new tires, old tires, pushing, shoving, beating, banging. What did Kurt say? I messed up. If I could have got to his bumper, I would have wrecked him last time they were here. That's why they're so good here, that aggression.
Yeah, and Kyle, you heard Kyle saying he wants win number 9 tonight to tie some of the sports legends, guys like Cale Yarborough, some of the greatest drivers in the sport. Don't think they're not paying attention. Do not think that these guys right here, they want to dominate this race because they take pride. Every driver takes pride in being able to win at this racetrack.
Rick, everybody asks what makes this place special. There's nothing else like it. Every circuit we go to is big and sprawling, 1 mile, 2 mile. This is a bull ring built on a mountaintop. If you can win here under the lights, it's unlike anything else.
Definitely one of the most historic racetracks and one of the most coveted to try to win. It's time to fire the engines. Let's go trackside.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome your Grand Marshals, legendary anglers Bill Dance and Johnny Morris, joined by Matty Kelso from the Catch a Dream Foundation, NASCAR Hall of Fame car owner Richard Childress, Adam Putnam, CEO of Ducks Unlimited, Quality Air Management Association founder Joe Hamilton, Chad Franklin with the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, and Michelle McCraw representing Tracker Off-Road.
On behalf of the good folks at Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, and Tracker Off-Road, America's Night Race is very proudly dedicated to the sportsmen and women and future generations of conservationists in this great nation. Drivers, start your engines!
Thank you. All right, thank you. You're ready.
It's called Thunder Valley for a reason. It's going to get loud. Stay with us.
Okay, so what are we thinking today?
I just need a trim.
Okay, well, luckily you are in great hands.
Perfect. The $1 stylist deal.
Is that it?
That's it. Or you could get a real deal McDonald's buy one, get one for $1 deal is here. Buy one of your faves and choose another for just an extra $1. Choose from the Big Mac, filet of fish, quarter pounder with cheese, and 10-piece chicken McNuggets, but only for a limited time.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Every time it's been way too long, a Corona gets its lime. Every time you meet from across the party, and every time your favorite place is more about who than where, a Corona gets its lime.
I can't believe it.
Did Sophie opened up a wormhole through time?
Papa, non!
Yep.
Regardez-moi! C'est complètement
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I wish there were more ways to win at this. Like how FanDuel gives you more ways to win every week this fantasy season.
Exactly. With single game contests, you can play just the matchups you really care about.
There's more ways to win this season with single game contest on FanDuel. Make your first deposit and get a $20 bonus.
NASCAR on NBCSN is brought to you by Subway. Make it what you want. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Toyota. Let's go places.
Labonte inside of Earnhardt. He taps him.
I like to beat Terry and raced him back, side by side.
Coming to the white flag. There's a leader change, and Labonte takes the lead.
I was going to try to shake him and get under.
Oh, and Earnhardt spins him out.
Didn't mean to really turn around. Meant to rally stage him.
He never has any intention of taking anybody out. It just happens that way.
And it's the 20-year anniversary of that bump and rattle his cage. Hall of Famer Texas Terry Labonte is actually here in the crowd. Rutledge Wood talked to him earlier during Countdown to Green.
What an unbelievable night that was. The crowd was crazy when that happened. And after the race, they stayed here forever. And I've never heard so many people booing Dale Earnhardt. You know what I mean? It was crazy, the energy, the excitement. That's what Bristol is, though.
It's action-packed when you have to label that Clash 2.
Right.
Because 5 years earlier, it happened, and Labonte slides across the line with a nose smashed off in Clash 1. You see Terry had to smile at that.
All right, let's take a look at the starting grid brought to you by Wendy's. It'll go across the bottom of your screen. Denny Hamlin won the pole. Kyle Larson will make up row number 1. And it's Mark Truex Jr. and Kurt Busch in row 2. Again, we talked about how good the Busch brothers are at this racetrack.
Eric Almirola and Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott had a very fast car race yesterday. Matty D, Kevin Harvick. Yes, Penske teammates in row 6. Logano, Blaney. Man, Blaney looked great in final practice. We'll see if, as the groove moves around, we're going to talk about it all night. Top to bottom, see if that 12 car can stay on top of the handling.
Back in row 7, you saw Brad Keselowski back there. Row 8, David Reagan, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. We want to chat with one of the Warriors about to go to battle on the racetrack. Eric Jones, driver of the 20. Let's see if we can dial him up.
Hey, Eric, all the guys up in the booth, you got us?
I got you.
All right, man, it's Bristol night race. What are you expecting?
Man, it's always a little wild, right? I think we're all, as drivers, pretty excited for this one. It's definitely my favorite race of the year. This time of the lights at Bristol, it really doesn't get any cooler than that, but that's going to be crazy to get up front, and I'm sure there's going to be some pushing and shoving. Guys that are coming and going, so hopefully we're one of the guys that are coming all night. We'll be in good shape.
Eric, we try really hard to explain to the fans how difficult this racetrack is, but what is the most difficult part of it?
It's a combination of things, really. It's physical, and it's a rhythm track, so the physicality is obviously a tough part, 500 laps around. This place is no easy task on you physically, but mentally getting in that rhythm of getting around Bristol and not making a mistake and not getting heated up and fired up when somebody gets into you, or you want to get back at them too early. So there's a lot of things you got to keep in check, but those are two of the big things for me that make it tough to get around a race here.
Well, thank you for letting us ride along. Take a deep breath, man. 500 laps coming.
Thanks, guys.
And Eric Jones has looked very good. We're going to ride along with a few different drivers.
Yeah, how about this view right here, right on the front bumper of Ryan Priest, the Kroger onboard camera. He'll start back in the 12th row, 23rd position.
Daniel Suarez got this helmet cam. Great shot tonight. Coca-Cola cam.
And I love what Kevin Harvick's carrying. He has the roof camera, the Hunt Brothers pizza, but we also have a great shot of the driver himself. Shows the work they're putting in right here. You see that head lean against that headrest. 500 laps around the high banks.
Martin Truex Jr. I don't know if this Bass Pro Shops Cabela cam will still be there when this night's over. That's a dangerous place to put a camera at Bristol, but imagine the shots we're going to see from this.
All right, Steve, take us through the race breakdown.
Well, we always hear it. You have to race the racetrack first. Even though it's filled with competitors, this track can reach out and bite you. Things happen very quickly. Just over a half a mile, 500 laps, 266.5 total miles. Stages, as always, the first and the second stage, both 125 laps in length. That leaves a big bite at the apple. The final stage, 250 laps. And that's not a typo. 150 laps plus for fuel. And the tires can do it. We have seen green flag pit stops. We have seen 150 lap runs here before.
2x2, and what a great crowd on hand tonight. As again, the sun will go down, the lights are on, and for some reason the night race here at Bristol just brings out the best in these drivers. They put on an incredible show. Denny Hamlin on a roll. As we heard earlier, Kelly said he's on a heater. He has been incredible. Already 3 wins this season. Everybody standing, waiting for the start of this one. Denny Hamlin. Kyle Larson. Hamlin in the 11 on the outside. Kyle Larson in the 42 on the inside. They come out of turn 4. Green flag is in the air. Racing at Thunder Valley.
Hamlin got a great launch, and then notice Truex Jr. He jumped immediately up on the outside of the 42 of Larson. A lot of confidence in that middle groove having grip early in this race. Oh, that bottom fired off that lap, though. Did you see Larson, how much ground he made up?
There you go. You mentioned that front bumper cam from Martin Truex Jr. Look at the view this is going to give you. That bottom part of the racetrack, that's that traction compound he's in right now. That's why it's so dark. It's put there to try to improve the bottom of the racetrack. For years, that was the preferred line. Then it moved to the top to try to make the track even more racy and sprayed that stuff in the bottom. And Kyle Larson is using that bottom of the racetrack to run Denny Hamlin down.
Already a great battle for the lead here. Denny Hamlin running a little bit higher than Kyle Larson was through the turn. And look at how close Denny Hamlin was to spinning that thing out.
Very loose on corner entry. That's something that's not uncommon at this racetrack. And I think the drivers are surprised that there's that much grip in this bottom groove right now. Many times it takes a little while to get this activated, but clearly being in that dark compound, that traction compound, is the place to be at the moment. That's going to change, though, during the night, don't you think, Steve?
I think it's absolutely going to change, and the question is, can your car change with it? But right now, you see where Denny Hamlin's running? That is the Bristol of old. Wrap the apron, that car, that left front tire has to grind, has to work to make that car turn the middle.
15-second laps they're clicking off. Marty.
Yeah, Rick, NASCAR actually does a friction test to kind of tell where the grip on the racetrack is. Kyle Larson in that grip right now. There's a traction compound on the bottom of the racetrack. And Steve, when they rated it this morning, when they ran across it to tell how much grip was down there, it rated at 110%. They've never had it that high. Amazing grip on that bottom lane. But as you mentioned, it will wear off tonight. You're going to have to be adjusting your line all night long as a driver.
You know, the problem with all that grip, Jeff, it's there till it's not. And it will wear off. We see Kyle Busch right here already moved up 4 positions. He had that first car out in qualifying, such a disadvantage. Jimmy right in front of him. Look at the patience of the veteran. 83 wins, 7 championships. He knows what's on the line tonight, but you just have to stay in line. I mean, look in front of it. It's bumper cars. One at a time is all you can do.
Everybody's lined up on the bottom, right? So what are you going to do? The only thing you can do is you have to, as you mentioned, you have to be patient. You have to take your opportunities when you see it right there. See, Paul Menard lost the bottom a little bit. Jimmy Johnson immediately drove underneath him. Let him know that was going to be his spot.
That's the peek and go. I'm not sure he was really there, but he peeks out. Paul Menard says, yeah, I'm not going to race you this early. Go ahead.
Now Kyle Busch having a little trouble getting by Paul Menard to finish that pass. There's Clint Boyer in the 14. The bottom definitely working tonight. Hamlin, Larson, Truex Jr., Kurt Busch, Matt DiBenedetto. The top 5 to 8s. Daniel Hemrick a little moment here.
Daniel Hemrick on the very bottom of the racetrack, trying to leave the corner with good speed, and went to apply the throttle, and the rear tires just did not have the grip he wanted. And look at the spots that cost him.
Well, you mentioned it. Not only is it a very one-groove racetrack around the bottom currently, but it's also 38 cars around a half a mile. That's Denny Hamlin already getting into lap traffic. Only 14 laps into the race. Traffic will be an issue all night.
At this racetrack, Steve, if you're Kyle Larson right now, one of the things you're looking at, look at Denny Hamlin way up the racetrack.
And fight for the lead, and Larson's going to take it away as Hamlin lost the bottom of the racetrack, and now Kyle Larson out front at Bristol.
He went there intentionally. I saw you drive into turn 3 in that high lane, trying to see if that high lane was ready. Watch right here. So he was going to have to go around that lap car, and instead of waiting and being patient and trying to pass him off turn 4, he trusted that the outside was going to be ready, but it was not ready. Lucky not to make contact.
And if you look at your bottom right, that's currently live. Now Kyle Larson up the hill with a little bit of the wiggle. Denny Hamlin back inside, but they're catching traffic. What are they going to do?
It's the battle to traffic. That's exactly what it is.
And Willie put the bumper to him early on. Only 18 laps into this race. And already the 42 of Kyle Larson has taken advantage of a mistake by Denny Hamlin. Now Hamlin fighting to get back up to the front.
And here's what happens when traffic stacks up the leaders as Denny Hamlin's right on the bumper of Kyle Larson. Look at Martin Truex Jr. He's now in the picture, only 2 or 3 car lengths back, waiting for a bobble out of the front too.
Kelly.
Well, Denny Hamlin's been quite on the radio so far, but in talking to his crew chief, Chris Gabehart, they did a 40-lap plus run in happy hour practice, and they felt really good about an 11 car. One of the strengths was the maneuverability of it. Denny ran it low, he ran it high, and they felt good about it on all areas of this racetrack.
You see what Denny Hamlin did right there? When he went through 1 and 2, Truex was behind him. So instead of jumping on the outside of that lap car, he just waited. He just checked everybody up and then passed him on corner exit. That way, Truex could not make the move, Marty.
We talk about Kyle Larson always running what, Jeff? The top of the racetrack. But Larson told me, I like the bottom here at Bristol. I can always run the top if I need. But the bottom seems to work for the 42. But I think, Jeff, among drivers, they want that top group to work. So that's why you see Denny Hamlin and his teammate Martin Truex Jr. up there trying to lay down
rubber. Well, the exit of it's starting to work really well. Watch Denny Hamlin. He gives up some speed on corner entry, but right here on the exit of turn 4, not on 2 yet, but in turn 4, it's starting to come in. See this move? Right there, he's got that momentum. Larson knows he's there. He's going to have to give the spot up.
Denny Hamlin got right to the side of the door there of the 42, not able to make the pass. Now he's got the momentum again. He's trying to make this high line work.
He had the courage to be the first guy to go up there. He went up there and lost the lead by going there, but using the high line, he now is going to regain the lead.
Denny Hamlin right beside Kyle Larson.
Now the advantage Denny Hamlin has is a slow car, the 53 on the bottom. That's going to slow Kyle Larson down. Larson sees it coming. Let's see 11 go.
Denny Hamlin out in front. Kyle Busch, he's got his hands full. Remember, he started back in 31st. He's fighting to stay in the top 25.
There's a company that's talked to even more real people than me. J.D. Power, 448,134 to be exact. They answered 410 questions in 8 categories about vehicle quality. And when they were done, Chevy earned more J.D. Power awards across cars, trucks, and SUVs than any other brand over the last 4 years. So on behalf of Chevrolet, I want to say thank you, real people. You're welcome. We're going to need a bigger room.
Nobody does spicy chicken like Wendy's. And now, spicy nuggets are back. So all hail the queen of spice. Hail the queen. That's right. And get a free 6-piece when you mobile order through the app.
Every time a vacation day interrupts a workday, a Corona gets its line. Every time your favorite getaway is a block away. And every time the last thing you want to do is leave, a Corona gets its line.
Best tailgate, brisket.
No, real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings.
Dude, subs. Hot dog.
Chili dog.
No,
Dodger dog.
It's gotta be crawfish.
Now you're talking. Burgers.
7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus. What? You need a hot grill and an ice-cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day. Race day.
Calls for Coke. You know it.
Grab yourself a Coke. It's Tailgate 101.
It's Monster Energy Cup Series racing from Bristol Motor Speedway. Now the app of NASCAR puts race coverage and in-car cameras right at your fingertips. Search NASCAR in your app store, or you can visit NASCAR.com/mobile and take a look at what's happening here for the lead. Denny Hamlin getting caught up in the lap traffic, and now the 42 of Kyle Larson trying to find a way around him again.
Denny Hamlin, he has been exceptionally aggressive working his way through this lap traffic, then 3 wide, just doing whatever he can to never lose momentum.
Well, and Denny Hamlin's teammate, Kyle Busch, had to start way at the back of the field after trouble in qualifying. Was the first car out. It didn't seem to work, and he had to work through this traffic. And business picked up. He's only a straightaway in front of the 11. You see on the right side of your screen, Jimmy Johnson, Paul Menard, and Kyle Busch. They were being patient earlier, but then they looked in their mirror and saw the leader on the same straightaway, and they were aggressive. Dave.
Checking in on the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. He radioed on lap 14 that the car was really loose. And they started getting information on where guys were running. And I don't know, this would confuse me. He was told the leader's running the top, second place is running the bottom. Now, of course, he can't see how they're weaving it out, but Jimmy pretty much stuck to the bottom now. Parker?
And Dave, Steve, you were talking about Kyle Busch and weaving his way through traffic. Adam Stevens told me they were going side by side for the lead, but he told me one of the things that makes him so good here is his ability to get through traffic. Whoa! Lead change.
Lead change again. Kyle Larson able to take advantage of the 34 of Michael McDowell getting in front of the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Now Larson back out front.
Steve, you said at the beginning of this race that slower cars were going to play a role in this race. And they always do. There's just nowhere to go. You can't hide. Even if you want to get out of the way of the leader, there's just no way to do it.
So now Denny Hamlin continuing to run the high.
Oh, here we go. I love this shot. It's Coca-Cola helmet cam with Daniel Suarez. He's working. Bottom. See how loose he got right there? He just had to take the wheel out of it for just a moment. Why is this pass so difficult? See how he's able to gain on Alex Bowman getting in the corner. Goes to the throttle, but watch. Alex Bowman's going to pop back out. See, there he is on his right front. He just can't quite clear him. He's going to try to use this lap car as a pick. He's hoping that 77 stays up there, doesn't get too high, so he can use him as a pick to clear this, make this pass happen. There it was. That's how he got him. Now he went back to the top of the racetrack. These are decisions the drivers are going to have to make all night long. Look how quick this happens.
Yeah, how quickly we've already completed 44 laps on 45.
And the 11 of Denny Hamlin has worked the top of the racetrack. Look at this run he gets right here. Every lap I watch him off turn 4, he gets right to the rear bumper. This is what's going to get the 42 in trouble, though. If he commits to the bottom, he's going to get stuck in traffic. And like that, Denny Hamlin gets around on the outside.
What a move. Denny Hamlin, the momentum off the turn. Rockets in front of the 42. Now Denny Hamlin out front again, and he tries to weave his way through traffic.
Kyle Larson saw how quick Denny Hamlin rolled the middle of the corner in that top lane, and that's where he's going to try to go. Once he clears this traffic, you can bet that Kyle Larson's going to the top.
Wait a minute. Do you ever clear traffic? Out here, it seems
briefly.
Like you're in traffic all the time.
Get in front of him for just a moment.
Clear traffic. That made me laugh.
Martin Truex Jr. is all over the back bumper of Kyle Larson. How long will he be patient? Marty.
Well, Larson right now loose, and this has just been outstanding racing between these three guys, really battling for the lead between Hamlin, Larson, and Truex Jr. Riding on board with Truex Jr., and he just threw Cole Pearn kind of a curveball, Steve. He said, hey, when I'm on the bottom, I'm too tight on exit. But when I'm on the top, I'm too free on exit. And no, running the middle doesn't make it that much better. So how do you fix that kind of handling issue, Steve?
Well, the bigger problem is how much is the track going to change? To your point, Marty, you're trying to fix very complicated handling issues, but you know the track's going to continue to change. Sometimes, just like the drivers have to be patient, the crew chiefs have to be patient. But how about Matty D here? Running in the 5th position. We saw him fast at practice, fast at qualifying. That can't shake him. That can't shake him, Burton. The man announced this week he won't be back in the 95. Racing for everyone. A job interview. This guy is available next year. Who will pick him up? Parker.
And Steve, you know, when he came out for his intros, he was dressed like Rocky Balboa, and that's how he views himself. You know, he's the underdog. He's trying to go there underneath Kurt Busch. But one thing he told me is he uses the bottom there is that he sets his car up for the bottom of this racetrack so that he can go where others aren't, so that he can pass like he's trying to do on Kurt Busch there. And then he says, if I can do that, I know I've always got the top to go to. So he looks pretty good on the bottom right now.
Parker, I love that approach. You know, if this bottom gives up, it's going to be easier to run the top than the bottom. But when the bottom is there and your car will let you do it, there's way, way faster to run the bottom.
And remember, Kurt Busch is a time winner at this racetrack. Matt DiBenedetto just went by him. He took 4th away. Hamlin, Larson, Truex Jr., DiBenedetto, and Kurt Busch, the top 5.
Into Toyota's national clearance event.
We got great deals.
Plan with roadside assistance.
Save them laps in the 2019.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to the land of those who do. $50 states, 50 bottles. Collect them all to get $100.
Applebee's handcrafted burgers now with endless fries starting at $7.99.
Laps complete. Monster Energy Cup Series racing from Bristol. This telecast presented by Wendy's. Now, Steve, I hear you're going to be moonlighting on Monday. What's going on?
Monday, all day. Me and the bag man. All day on Sirius NASCAR Radio. Sirius XM. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to put me on the entire show with Bagley, but it's going to be great. I always love calling in. If you're talking with Bagley, they're going to have me on the whole time.
Y'all call in and ask him some hard questions. Don't throw any softballs to him.
I'll call in. I'm ready.
This is what I love about Bristol. I mean, there's cars everywhere. Like I said, once you clear traffic, right? There's never really going to clear traffic. It's just from the top. This car seems to me can run anywhere he wants to run it. Dave.
When I talked to Kevin before the race, that's the idea that I got about his race car. Very, very confident about what the core could do today. Wasn't so sure about the radio, though, a few laps ago. I believe it was interference. He just yelled across, the radio's not working. And then on Channel 2, they talked about interference. So that could be a little distracting at Bristol because here, and troubles for Joey Logano.
Logano diving down onto pit road. So an issue with the 22. Definitely didn't need to come to pit road for fuel.
And just reminding everyone, pit road, very right front here. He says he has a right front down. Looks like it's low on air. Under green, you only have to run the straightaway you're on. So Joey Logano will only pit on the front stretch. He won't have to run the entire pit road, but will still lose at least one, if not 2 laps. Here comes the leader, Denny Hamlin, on the front stretch. This will put the 22 1 lap down to change the left side tires. But remember, 15 seconds. The 11's going to be right back on him here again.
Oh, slow in the left rear.
No, this is going to cost him perhaps a whole nother lap.
They have a problem over here on the left rear.
22 to come across his nose like that. Lock the tires up to stay out of the way. And I'm going to tell you what all of this did as we watch that 22. Here comes Denny Hamlin right in front of this 21 car. You see Kyle Larson as well, just out in front of that 11. The 48 of Jimmy Johnson, the 18 of Kyle Busch. You see him, 2 cars up.
Truex Jr. using that little bit higher line.
Look at this crossover. Got that run on corner exit, then turn left. Let Martin Truex know that's going to be my spot. Martin couldn't block it. Now Martin's clear. Through the bottom. Spire yelling, clear, clear.
Good fight for fourth here. Truex Jr. has it. Right behind them, Ryan Blaney in the 12 with a good run. Eric Jones in the 20 just behind them. After the pit stops, it's Larson, Elliott, DiBenedetto, Truex Jr., Harvick, top 5, then Blaney, Eric Jones, Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Eric Almirola in the top 10.
Further back in the field. See right here, Michael McDowell. Oh, it's Ryan Preece on the outside of him. 3 wide, and the exit of the corner here is not normally going to work.
And now hugging the bottom again after they put the fresh Goodyear tires on.
I think that's the key. Those fresh tires really do like the bottom of the racetrack. That may change over the course of the evening, but right now everyone right around the bottom of the racetrack. And as we watch the leaders, another battle farther back. Remember, Kyle Busch didn't get that free pass. Well, here he is right here. He's in position. And I'm going to mention the 37. He's not quite in frame. He's a few cars back. But that's who you see right there, the gold, number 37, 4 cars back. That's who he has to race as we see Dylan. Heavy damage. He's going to have to come to pit road and continue his repairs.
Mark on the side of the 3. Saw him get up into the wall, and now even more issues here. The sparks coming out from the back.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for the 3.